Conference. Huh?
Okay, each one of them to talk. Okay, you start. Finally, each one of them will talk. Whosoever is absent, will absent. Those who are absent, we will club everybody together. Then we'll deal with them. Why do you want to get supper? Okay, go on.
So should we start?
Start. This is group number 7.
Yes, guys.
All the best. Just because they come, first guy, I'll give you next song.
Hi everyone, Manchana, 7, and I have my colleagues.
So we are present here for so we on the 2 case studies whatever so in our group here Shashi Kumar, Anjana, Santosh,
And Spurti,
Spurti is in
online. Spurti, you can introduce yourself. Spurti, Swati, and Shashi.
Enable all your
And
cameras.
Roshit.
All
You
4
guys have to
cameras.
come to the video.
Enable your camera, otherwise we'll treat you are not present. And all of you.
Hi, ma'am. Just 2 minutes here. I'll be back. Just 2 minutes.
Get ready.
Obviously, that much we appreciate. Don't
We start.
you start.
I think starting with the 2 case study, in general, what the case study, what we felt all of us in general. One case study actually talks about where the HR discourse and strategy were not aligned together, where they could have used better. Another one actually where they used effectively the HR model, where it is given by the strategy. So begin with our Portman case study 1, Portman Hotel. So you can go
before we so thanks to my team who were contributed for this presentation. So without them, definitely the running each of my participants.
Is it a useful exercise?
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Sir.
Is it a useful exercise?
Yes.
Learning?
Yes. So a lot of learning happened. So the call initiated by Prajwal. So Prajwal initiated in my group and we made the group overactive. So thanks to all the people who are in our group and contributing for this presentation. So without wasting the time, let's get into the case study of the 2. One is the Portman's Hotel and the second is Southwest Airlines. So in the Portman's Hotel, what we are discussing the agenda of the Portman Hotel case studies. So objective of the case study, fact of the case study, case analysis, action plan, and the summary of the case studies. We'll get it through one by one. If in case you have any questions, please note it down. At the last slide, so please ask your question. We will try to.
Bear with us, we never discussed who is going to take which slide, so we will overlap with each other. So
no drama.
No drama.
So maybe we'll speak.
We'll speak in between and we'll club together.
So without rehearsal or
Direct action. So
Okay, go on.
should we go ahead? Discuss this. Objective of the case study, what Professor already shared his slide. Of course, we have got inspiration from his slide, but we have not copied 100%. There are 3 aspects what we thought about it. One is the overall objective is where competitive advantage is considered when they started the strategy or they started action. I'll come to other points later. And second point, we thought it's a customer centric, where they wanted to invoke customer centric aspect. Whether their strategy is successful or not, the study itself, case itself says. The third aspect, they wanted to bring in Asian standards in United States, where it was never tried before. It's the first time they were trying, but they wanted to do something different for competitive advantage. When I say competitive advantage, one of the intentions they had, major one, is to become luxury hotel, 5-star hotel in USA, because they're one of the largest hotels. So they wanted to be on top of the market. And the personal valet concept, the PV concept, it was never introduced in USA. If you see in Asia, it was vastly used in a couple of countries. We also looked into a couple of aspects, which are the countries they're using. I think Indonesia and Thailand, couple of places, China, certain part of China. But the personal valet concept worked well in Asia, but the cultural aspect and various other aspects, whether it will work or not, it was never considered when we actually looked into the case. And the third important point, in general, we felt was aspiring to be different among the luxury hotel. So every hotel, they focus on the customer, they focus on customer-centric service mindset of bringing a new thing for the customer and satisfying the customer. But this time, I think they did it for the first time to bring something different, the PV concept. And when I say customer-centric, the PV concept, they also brought it in terms of 24/7 customer service within the ethical boundaries. Ethical boundaries, every country or any religion have a certain limitation, certain ethics, certain rules and regulation. Within that regulation, they wanted to bring the PV concept successfully implemented. And improved quality of customer service and satisfaction was one of the major any hotel industry's norms. And the Asian standard and hospitality in USA, it's a great initiative, but great attention to human resource policy was one of their intention. But whether that intention worked or not, the case study itself, it says in the next couple of slides. You want to take next one?
So now we are getting into the fact of the case. What is the Putman Hotel case study fact? So we split it into three categories. One is for employees, and other one is for hotel, and third one is the strategy, out into the process. So what and all the strategies they used to enhance the process based on the HR strategy. So we have covered those points. So Portman Hotel designed by Mr. John C. Portman. He's an architect developer for more than 20 years. So the hotel had a total 348 rooms with 21 floors. And it is one of the top luxury hotel as mentioned by Manju. So employees, so the fact we summarized in this case studies. So operating with 1/3 of staffs or less work more than it's needed. So initially there was no process built into the HR strategy, whatever we came into the course. But initially there was no process set. I think so just like that the workers were coming and they got a lot of stress. So there was lack in the process. So it got learned with the 3 C's of improvement. So implemented and reached the target of the top list. So operating with 1/3 of staffs or less work for them it's needed. That is one important point. So 85 employees made up personal wallet into groups. So initially what happened, one PV is taking care of one customer. Those the logic have been changed. They made a floor-wise concept, split the people. So one PV taken care of multiple guests who come into the hotel. The learning there is lot of cost saving, lot of quality improvement, reduce the stress within the employees, and we can recognize who performs well. So based on that strategy, we can do these learnings. And the process made it very clear. PVs are responsible to perform all activities related to customer. As I mentioned, floor-wise they split it and given responsibility to PVs clearly what is their job strategies. So the process made it clear what end of the actual roles of the.
Can I just add a comment? Yes. I think the intention of the fact of the case, what we wanted to say here, 3 aspects. About the hotel, of course, the case doesn't have this information. I think Shashi did a good job finding those information. About the employees, what they wanted to do initially, how they changed to 1/3, the reason of the cost effectiveness. The salary and the payout was too expensive in US, so they have to cut down their employees to 1/3. And the third thing is about the strategy, what they had and how it went. I think you can take it up.
So strategy after implementing this strategy. So the process made sure that PV is the responsible for certain action to the customers. So reducing the middle management involvement. Based on that, we got a quality output from the own level itself. When we get the quality output from own level, middle management and top management will have the quality output. So and we can reach towards the goals. So there is no supervision required in case our ground level is set. Just the monetary supervision, the minimal supervision involvement is required into the process. And introduce the floating.
The only thing is when they cut down 1/3, right? I think they thought about cutting down certain layers. One of the points they cut down is the middle management and this immediate supervisor. And when they got to know that didn't work, then they got the concept of floaters in between to help these PVs, but actually didn't go in that way. I think the next slide, my friend Ashok will
Thank
take
you,
you on.
Shashi. So, and we are going to see the Portman Hotels case analysis. So, how it is, how the whole case after studying is what we are going to understand. And there are few points we have listed down that I am going to be taking. The first one, the disorderly work environment without hierarchy management. So, there is only the PV which they have to be taking care of all the cleaning as well as the guests. So, there is more stress and the hygiene level also is very less. And hierarchy level, it was not formed where the PVs are the recruiting manager where they will able to supervise their work and control them and giving the training. No defined procedure or lack of discipline system in place. So there was no procedure first of all, so that the people who have come into the shift and they started working with their own and they're not expecting each other. And actually, the harmony of entire the teamwork it was collapsed. And between the team itself, there are some problems. So they could not able to deliver the proper services. No supervision on ground level. As I mentioned, there was no superior level as a hierarchy, like the supervisor, the manager, assistant manager. So that level was really missing. So when it is taken to the hotels, it's supposed to be captain and it has like executives. So those level it was really missing. And low compensation, low tips. So when PVs was taken, so that time it was informed them they are going to be paid a lot of money with tips, but it was not working well in that protest the particular way because the standards and the services which they are mainly and giving to the guests. So it was not much appreciated. Low employee efforts, brain, and no teamwork. Yeah, the no teamwork. So teamwork when it was paid, so there is no management. Focus the team on giving the training and motivation and cause of so everything is missing there. And PVs spend more time on cleaning than focusing on guest needs. Yeah, so the PVs where they have spent more time cleaning the rooms and run around. So they also having very hygienic issues. So that which guest is not welcoming, that we can able to tell that it was not a good hospitality services. Cultural cost and employee impact were not considered in initial strategy. So the culture, actually the work culture itself is not set, and the cost and employee which was not spent to the training. So those things will not affect the services. No risk analysis and mitigations in place for reduced EB concept in US. They just introduced by copying from Asian hospitality services, but they have not accepted that what are the impacts going to be happening in the future. And if it is happened, how they are going to be handling also, they are not ready because risk analysis was not made. Lack of effective performance in evaluations. Yeah, the employees who were working there is no evaluation system, so which is lacking the entire services. So that is a main failure of the hotel services.
Just to add, actually, if you remember, if you observe, hey, go back. Yeah. I'll just cover this and then you. Yeah. I think the intention of the picture also represents the first one, it's about the work environment, second one about the pay scale, and the third one about culture, teamwork, and how actually the strategy didn't work it out. So that's what the message we wanted to be. Yeah. The next one will
and adding one more point to initially the target they said to the employee that they get a piece of $200, but in reality they got only $78. That made the expectation put down to the employees. So learning, so target set is not expected. No product from very good. So I am repeating you once again. Learning from each one. How do they go about it? What is like? What is the CEO job? Identifying a problem, approaching a problem, defining its problems on all those things you will learn from. I can see that very detailed. So not only details, and then the crisp concept. I want to repeat. I'm not going to talk about such as that. I want to say, so all of you prefer for surprise. So can I ask a question? I want to know.
I know they can use the ones for us, right? We work with the governments. I know this. Okay, come on. You've done a good job.
One point I want to because what happens in the corporate
One second. I recommend all of you share PPT. It will be useful. It's a common learning. Correct. Right.
the main drawback here is when recruiting the personal ballot, like it applies to our personal also. And there's some set of expectation in terms of compensation. If we not get, the output reduces and quality reduces. So whatever we said, it has to be fulfilled to give the maximum output, and you have to get married to have a child.
For adding the point.
Thank you.
So compensation comes once you have a right road plan. The road plan itself is not. How can you talk about? I mean, driver driving an auto or a truck or driving a car. Will the road plan be same? Driver plan is same. So if you have the right road plan, you get a driver who takes a little bit of a car, quite much.
Professor, we can't hear you clearly. Can you please stand near to desk?
Can you hear me now? Am I audible to you now? Your voice is very much audible.
Yes, Professor.
Yes.
Okay. What I was saying is, these guys, they said compensation as a problem. They did a very good analysis. To that level, they did a very good analysis. All that I can conclude is that you have to have a job analysis, job content, role clarity. If that comes in line, that is where from there only we go to carry. Before you could already jump, I've already come with carry. So then only you talk about compensation. Compensation will be either more or less. Like I given a simple example. A driver is a driver. Somebody drives a small car also, somebody drives truck also driver, tractor also driver, Lamborghini, Audi also driver. So what is the role clarity and job content? Will be different, right? And can you have a bus guy, no need for a conductor? You sit there and take the money. Is it practically will it work? You have a big bus, maybe 50, 60 bus, luxury bus. You have a so we are going to modernize, we are going to pay more money to driver and overall save the money. So there will be no conductor. Can you work? What does it mean? The thought of designing a role, job content, job analysis. We are talking in HR. In HR term, they come up with a very good idea. Their intention was very good. But practically, does it possible from HR point of view? You cannot have, like I told you, so professor is a professor. Professor cannot be a good dean. Good dean need not be a professor. Captain is a good professor, I know. Okay. But most of the deans may not be good. A professor who can teach well may not be a good researcher. A research professor cannot be a good teacher. He must have a best of the books. And the students' acceptance of teaching is very bad. So the job, what we are trying to talk in this case study is that, come on, in HR, the pre-one. Like I talked, HR starts from pre-recruitment. The think about job content, job analysis, role clarity, must and wants in the job. Is it a repetitive job? Is it an innovative job? Is the quantity of job allowed is feasible or not feasible? Is a skill allowed, is feasible? Skill you thought, this guy, he can do anything in the world. Is it possible for a guy to have that kind of all skills and competences? This case study is totally about that. If that is right, compensation will become automatic, right? Na? Once the position is clear, maybe a little bit difference. Tractor driver salary will also be different. Lamborghini driver also will be a little bit different. But if that is not, am I right, guys? You are the guys who are yes. Am I analyzing? You have to tell me whether I am analyzing nonsense or yes. So these guys have done a very good job, I must tell. So finally, for your knowledge, since you are running HR, you don't take job content, job analysis, or role planning casually. If you do it, first fit. If that fit is not there, all fits are broken fits. If you have that fit, then probably recruit the right guy. You know, there are some jobs, this looks like, is it a repetitive job? Is it an innovative job? Is it a too much customer concentrated job? Is it a technical sales job? What is the job? It could be customer centric, but it's a repetitive job, it's a creative job, Can anyone can do that, whatever they listed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I tell you, every class you have to come and make a presentation. One presentation, the nani right? Right? Is it feasible? So all it talks about is how do you set the goals? How do you set the role clarity? Depending upon the job content, job description, job specification. What is job specification? What is that man's or woman's competency, skill set, abilities needed to do this job? If you map it properly, then compensation will automatically take right. Nobody will, very little bit difference, not a vast difference. This case study is all about that. Correct, sir? So who will get mark? You or me? Okay, I want your team members to say few words.
Yes.
Okay. You can do it. Then the few members can talk few words about Southeast Asia. You can go.
Okay. So the action plans.
Yeah.
Any company under crisis and it wants to bounce back, the whole management and the employees all are responsible. It's not something like it should be have a common vision to accomplish or achieve what we are visioning. So there were some set of rules to be followed by management and employees, and whatever the feedback that you are getting from the customer, that should be the centering point over here. So the strategy should be driven by HR management because it's a service industry. So choosing right people in the organization matters a lot. You need to have an evaluation process where
The people could have been right. But your thought, you are the big guys, HR guys and CEOs, you messed up the whole thing. Okay, you are not thought about the line, what is feasible, for that kind of role, imaginary role, what kind of skills, ability, competencies I need is number one. Number two, is it practically possible? Yes or not? Or we are talking something that's okay. This is what most of the companies even today do. Like Ramayana, you are listening, no? You are every year we are going to shoot the Ravana, right? You think the Ravana is not still there or not? It is there. Everywhere it is there in the name of minister, in the name of politician, in the name of bureaucrat, in the name of somebody. Okay, so this is the same thing the corporate guys. They'll hire a big hi-fi guys, like I told in the class, no? And they'll pair a buy Asif Padil kind of guy, Johnny Walker guy, bring it here. You will not fit in. He's over competency, over abilities, which I don't need. Or some job needs some abilities. That ability it doesn't have, or the quantity of job to be done, repetition of job to be done. This case study is all about excellent case study on that. Once you do it, then probably the next fit will start. Are you paying the right workers? Then okay, you made a first miss, second miss also you made, or whatever fit to be done, everywhere unfit. No, the intention was very good. So first unfit is role clarity 0. Second unfit is compensation clarity 0. Because you thought they are all entrepreneurs, they'll make money. Meaning by you guys have to be sacked, the HR guy and the CEOs. Because your thought, your strategy, your approach itself has been a big flop. You agree with me or not? All of you must have read it. It's not that these guys could not work it. That's what I always feel. Even right now, I come from a big firefighting job in Delhi. It was big firefighting. Second, I didn't have any jobs. They said, no, sir, you cannot go. You have to sit here for 20 days, 30 days. We'll look after everything. I said, one day. Next day after 11:30, there was no job. Because if you have clarity of thinking, you define it properly, things goes. So second, okay. Third thing is that, okay, it's not working out. They are trying to come to the feedback. Like I given you, diagnosis, prescription, implementation, evaluation. Like if they are giving feedback, at least listen, understand, change your policy or practice. That also you have not done it. Role clarity 0, compensation 0, your supervision 0, and when they come back feedback, you didn't want to touch it. Yes. Okay. And then again culturally, whether this kind of cultural work will have take place or not. Okay, right now I was inducted last week for a Swiss School of Business for PhD research. And that Swiss lady from there, Swiss officer, she said, sir, here most of the European students are studying. You don't treat them like an Asian students. Asian students, you feed spoon feed, like the way. Right? European students, they don't want to be spoon. But last week only, I was selected as for the Swiss School of Business, Geneva as a research lab. Okay, they're inducted. She said clear, one Swiss lady. that don't treat my students like ashes. Treat them like clear cut warning from, right? No, okay, that's it, no man. Your job by taking care of.
Yes, very much.
Okay. Okay, your other people, the 2, 3, 4 of them. Come on, Southwest Airlines.
Spurti, you there?
Spurti, you are there. Who are all there? I don't want anything from you. I want to listen only from you. These 4 guys will not give open them. If you open them up, will ready to pass. Yes, they are already on the top. They come. Now let me see what they say. So I told you, no.
Swati, Spurti, Roshit, any one of you there?
None is there. Where are you? Spruti has come and gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Spurti, can you speak now?
Spruti, I want you. Acha, another thing I'll tell you about this coming back. It looks like they did what hard. They did something authentically, intrinsically with person. I mean, I'm not trying to compare you guys with my level. But he has done, I mean, they worked a lot for me. Like, advocate briefing a senior. They've done a good job. I could see authenticity in that. Correct? Okay, come on, guys. The other guys are the opposite. I support. Not able to? All unmute down. They themselves can unmute.
Yeah, but I think the presentation is.
Call them. No? They themselves can unmute.
She's calling. Yes, Spurti, can you hear me? She's calling. Wait.
All 4 of you, come on. 4 is left out, no?
Yeah. Roshit, you there?
Anybody who is there, start talking.
Hello. Spurti, can you unmute the door? Right. You're in office, huh? Okay.
Spruti is in office. Now what do we do?
We need also adding condition. So, never mind.
Sorry, right now all these people.
Speak this time. Okay, that's fine.
Unless I'm not there, explosive.
Hold on. Should we cover?
Huh?
Should we?
No, you are not talking. Okay. Just scroll down your people. Okay, you are not on the way down to me. But I listen from. Just scroll it. And objective.
Mission and vision and objective of the study.
Good.
Then learning and the framework of the study.
Okay.
And facts of
Okay.
and value creation, what they have done.
And-
Part of the looking at how they use the approach.
Right.
And HR practices which they used actually beginning with HR, then go this start.
Again, guys, watch. Excellent PPT presentation. You send it to me personally.
Sure. And also how they practiced actually the value circle. And the conclusion, what we think.
I must say that seeing all your seniors so far, this is the best person. All these other people, it's all about together. So take all the same. And what months you're taking? Nobody gives you a huh? What month they should get? 25 is the best. Maximum is 20. Okay, 25 plus 1 from that. 26 from the. Thank you. Now, having said it, this is a benchmark. You are against only one thing. And even I asked him to approve one. Okay, sir, all the members. Actually, those who are not making presentation will club everybody together and give you some of the difficult stuff. We're not struggle, but we'll give them also.
We're not able to hear you, sir.
Sir, you're not audible, sir.
I'm saying those who are not present, Today we'll group everybody together and deal separate. Right? Okay. Right now we given 26 marks. Hello, online students. Online students, am I audible? Online students,
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir. Now you're audible.
26 I am giving to the guy who presented. Those who are not there, 0. We'll see the later. Okay, now group number 9 is going to go upload. All of you have presentations. So you start with substance. Probably I was even knowledge of the text.
Timir,
Yes.
Anga, yeah, we are going to present group 9.
Go to South Service. Go on there, come on. Copy of that. Online student, how many of them are there? Group number 9, right?
Yeah.
Come on, come guys, come on, time. Hello. You are different. 9, how many guys are there?
I am there, Nutan.
3.
Timir, Fanika.
Who is that? Tell me. Okay, you 3 guys first 2, then let me deal with it. Sure.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಿಮ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಓಡಾಡೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
Oh. Unmute yourself, madam. Mute. Sorry, unmute. Okay, guys, start. Your names.
Hi everyone, myself Kumar Shankar. I'm class 9. It's my
Myself, Vikas, that's all. And Anil is there. Other people are online.
No, other people, I have to see them.
Yeah.
In video. First, you complete your say, then I'll get the question. I'll ask them to answer one of the questions online. Okay. Go ahead. You do what you want to say. Okay. 3 people's name is
Anil.
Yeah, my name is Anil.
This are we don't need. Go to the next. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about Southwest Airlines case study. So most of you have done, all of us in fact. Okay, so the objectives of the cases are like this. And before I start with an objective, let me give you an introduction to the case study. The Southwest Airlines is one of the only profit-making airlines in US so far, and they started early 90s, and they hold the biggest share in the market. Because they started making a huge profit from their early 90s, and they also gained triple crowns back to back for their achievements. On that, we have done the case study. Okay, so these are the objective of the case. Okay, so as you can see, employees as well as the customer satisfaction through economic factors of love and fun. So the love and fun basically are the core values of this airlines. Okay, where they allow employees to have love and fun on board. Okay, so this is one of the core values, and employee productivity through create value, convert value, capture value. The employees usually, generally they create a value on the airlines, okay, and they convert the value and capture the value by making the passengers willingness to pay more. Okay, so they create the value first, they convert it, and they capture, right? And talking about the financial success of the key strategy operates with one long-term price structure opposed to the multiple structure. As you all know that they use the a single Boeing 737 air buses because of the maintenance. Okay, so whenever in terms of maintenance, when they use the same air buses, it is cheaper compared to any other Boeings because they do not have multiple models or multiple air carriers with them. Okay, that is one of the success points here. And talking about the other factors are that they have the carriers for the short distance. They do not operate for the long distance. They operate for the shortest distance with the cost of the car. For example, if somebody wants to travel from distance A to B, or whatever the fare they are going to spend, with that cost they will be able to travel in a flight, with a reduced time. So that is their strategy. Low I mean, less distance carriers. Okay. And talking about the business expansion, low price, high service. Okay. This is the key strategy. Why they are earning their profits from the beginning. Okay. So strategies. If I talk about the strategies, they give the value as more for less rather than more for more. Okay. So they give a more service for the less price. In fact, okay. So when they do that, the customer willingness again will increase. So that is one of the best strategies what they use. Okay. They increase the willingness to pay for the passengers. Okay. So because of the services what they are carrying on. Right? And talking about the human resource tools.
Any group can also talk and reflect on the whichever PPT the other group is making. If you're able to reflect right point, I'll give you extra. In this, I can find some good and not so good. Anybody can observe? Good points as well as, I'm not saying bad point, not so good points.
Low price and high service.
Okay, that's not a good point, that's a good point.
They are actually not giving high services with the low price. They were giving a normal service.
No, I mean, more for less.
Achha, all of you guys want to become a CEO in your life or just retail life? Yes, ma'am. If you want to be, and then like me, they're not working more than 3-4 hours. You want to be a CEO, you make big money, and should not work more than 3-4 hours. I made 3 statements. It is possible. Provided your conceptual skill is that level sharpened. I am not joking, I'm just meaning. I told you, I come back from Delhi for a day. They thought, the whole world is burning. You have to come and sit here, forget about everything, sir. They could not give me 1 day work. Next day, sir was in the sunlight, no, in winter, Delhi, just walking up after the week. Because you have to have how to go about it clearly. Here in this one, when you talk about that, pick up your conceptual skill, your conceptual competence. You want to be a CEO. You want to make money. You want to work less. All 3 things are, I'm making a sound statement, no nonsense statement. He talks about objective. Okay. The last objective is very well captured. That is the only one objective is clear cut. All 3 are not analysis. This is what I wanted you guys to learn. Don't just copy anything, simple presentation, Professor Nivola, you have to make some, you give, master give you all of you give you 2 nonsense and give more than you, okay? So that you know, I know, if I don't give you more than 20, you will not be able to pass. I promise all of you get, even do 0 and do things, okay? But learn something. Am I making sense or not? I am very clear in that. I'm not here to punish you. I'm not a pessimist. You'll pass. Okay. But I also want you to learn something, if not for yourself or my sake. So in this one, only one objective. Human resources tools can deliver competitive advantage through organizational value culture. This is the objective of this case study. This case study is trying to depict or reflect that you don't think about only technology, marketing, brand and all. If you have a right human resources, this can also take care of your company's success. That is objective. Are you clear or not? Now analyze back. When he talks about business expansion, it's a strategy. I'm not scared. Please don't mind. Huh? I have to teach everybody, to you, not only to them. Please don't mind at all. And you also get a good point, don't you? Okay. So that you guys learn. So if you see all 4 now, it comes in the analysis. Am I wrong or right? Can you find one more objective other than this one here? All analysis are facts of the case, but not objective. But the last objective is very strong, very clear. These guys have an Indian system now that we want to write more. Only one objective, only 2 slides, you are through. Then only you become a CEO. If you read the bush around, you'll be only manager and retire. You don't write more. All reduction. One day talk about joining bonus, the other day we talk about layoff. But the guy who starts can never be late. Okay. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
Right. In the last point is very strong objective. I mean, English could be here and there. Don't worry about English. Your English is English, my English will be different. We are not worried about English. We are worried about what the intention. He says human resources can, may probably not tools. Human resources can deliver competitive advantage. through organizational value, culture, and HR practices. This case proves that. That is the objective of the case. Am I right? Have you understood? Yes. Okay, sir, we get lost. Come to the next one. Yes. You go ahead, sir.
The fact of this case is motivate the people by value creation.
You understand how I am going to catch you, sir? I told you I'm very nice, very tough.
Motivate the people by value creation and value conversation by giving the some of the best benefits to an employees and value conversion and value deliver and value capture. And one was this efficient management from top level to the mid level. In this, the organization is to treat all the employees as
Online students, you are hearing, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I attacking so badly today after many days? Somebody okay, go ahead. Now answer this slide, all of you. Like the way.
effective management from the top level to down mid level.
What does it mean by facts of it? All story. The triple crown, they're running short route, all those things. Triple crown is okay. Okay. And the effective management from top level to middle level doesn't make any sense. Correct. Words are freely used. If somebody has to charge you $1 for word wrongly used it, then you will not use it. Right. It doesn't make any mistake. Again, guys, please don't mind, all of you. I'm not here to criticize you or pull you down. I'm here to take this opportunity to teach you. Okay, that is objective. I'm doing smartly. Don't think that I'm here to put them down. I'm trying to show I have to teach you. How I have to teach you, this is one style of it. Correct. So here, effective management top level to middle level, no meaning. Triple ground, yes. Motivate people by value creation, value conversion, value deliver, and value. No. Motivate customer through value creation, value conversion, and value. You are creating value for the customer. Okay. Again, this could be the word. Again, this all will go into analysis. Then what the fact will come? The fact is there is a company called so-so, right? Never failed. Always got triple excel. It looks like this company worked through HR as a tool. That's the facts of the case. Nothing more. There's a company called so-so, right? Never filed for bankruptcy. Triple ground all got it. And other people have to follow from them. Okay. It looks like, because you're writing fact, it looks like they were used HR to a large extent to achieve their success or company. This is the fact of the case. Am I right or not? Yes. So that is how you have to write. Each word of you should be matlab, meaningful. Right, sir? Okay, next. Okay, now analysis. Okay, who wants to explain? Timir.
Yeah. Yeah. So good afternoon, all. My name is Timir. So when we did analysis, so yeah, can you please put it in presentation mode?
Yeah, put it. Reduce voice, no? Here you go. You go ahead.
Okay, fine. So when we did analysis for this case study, we try to break it up in 4 categories, that is strength. So nobody is perfect in this world. So everybody has got some strength and everybody has got some weakness, right? So we try to find out their strength, their weakness, and also from the weakness, we try to find out the opportunities where all they can improve, and also the threats, right? So every organization has to make sure that, that they should identify the threats, and also proper mitigation controls are in place. So for this case analysis also, we identified the list of strengths. So first thing is that low cost strategy. I think this is one of the first thing this company has decided, that we are going to give service, but it will be a low cost, but we are not going to compromise with the quality of service. That was the key strategy this company, they had from the very first day. And then they had a very simplified training for the entire organization, which includes pilots, staff, ground staffs. For everybody, they had a very simplified training process. It was not a very complicated training process in the organizations. Then the management, right? The management, they were very clear about their strategy, what exactly they have to do to achieve the target, to achieve the success of the company. Then they had flights which are non-stop flights. They do not have flights through some other routes, right? They had made sure that most of the flights are direct flights to the destination, so that they can save time for the customers, right? And then they also made sure that high frequency flights compared to the competitors, right? So competitors in a day for a particular destination, for a competitor, if they have.
Wait, please. All
Sorry.
of us are reading. All of you read it, right? Whatever the points are. You tell us in your own words without reading, what is the relevance of this slide to analysis?
So
does it talk more about facts? Does it talk about analysis? I want the audience here. I've already given you food to think, how to think. You know how to think right now. If you don't know how to think, you cannot have your lunch. I'm not even tea. Okay, now tell me. Now, where does it take you? Is it taking towards analysis? Is it taking towards facts? Or to what extent analysis, what extent?
It's taking towards facts. Facts.
It is. Now, sir, you become alert. Your hair will grow now. It looks like. Yeah, to a large extent, facts.
Yes.
And he used a method, practice called SWOT to present a fact. Excellent. The same thing, facts presented through a SWOT model. Too good. See how nothing, yeah, people are making small things big. Only those guys are making big things. Like 7 habits of highly effective people. Stephen Covey. What is the deal? Some 7 points which all of you know, put it nicely and you know how many crores. Yeah. Then when he goes into flight every day, he gets right? Yeah. Because somewhere, some concept of flight. Okay, so the same thing done very well. They took a lot of time, but it is projected. I use SWOT to present my facts. Excellent. But if I use SWOT to make an analysis, maybe not completely. So there are some points. Okay. Okay, sir. Go to the next slide. Yeah, you read this. Hello, Timena. Yeah, you talk about this one.
Okay. So this is on again analysis. So from the case study.
1 second. Your first sentence is a very strong analysis.
Sorry, sir.
Your first sentence is a very strong analysis.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you guys don't overdo it. Correct my point now. They are objective only 1 sentence. Analysis 1 or 2 sentences. You are through.
Yes.
Like in court and all, High Court, Supreme Court, don't try to argue something. You just stick to your point, only one part.
But they're trying to create an impact because they showed it SWOT.
See,
so they are trying to create an impact.
Your first word is very good analysis, creates value for its employee. That is the analysis.
Yes.
Second is convert some of the value of analysis, very good analysis. Third is captures value, very good. This slide is excellent to me. Any questions? You find fault. Just because I said excellent, don't say it. You find fault. So you guys should be taught like this, right? Find fault. I told you how to think, right? No, find fault. I'm saying excellent, you say no, that's it is wrong somewhere. Tell me how.
No, basically, when we found in the
Today only bald-headed guys are becoming more honest.
So here they create values by the statement which is very factor. And again saying some value, right? So it is actually overall values which has created an impact when we see the case study. So by design, in terms of when they designed, they took their customers into picture and also the one who are there. So it was a collaborative.
The other rule is that if you out of this thing, if it's 75% is hitting the name, even 20% you write something not relevant, it won't.
Yeah.
Learn things. What first learning is write only short, don't write. Think, write. The second thing is you written more like this here. By and large, everything is correct. Even if 70% is right and 20% not to correct, I'm okay. Because I'm getting what I want. Immediately jumped into reading the person. Because we are day in and out like doctors, we are seeing PhDs. We are only seeing authenticity, originality, concepts and skill. Creativity. That's all we are seeing. Who's got time to go through all of that? Okay, next. Good man. This is a good slide. Next slide. Learning with. Yeah.
This is a simple framework, sir, where we would like to tell that how the airline loyalty has reached, right? So with the service quality.
Very good approach. Very good method of communicating. Not use the framework effectively. I'm using very good approach. Very good framework, but not communicated effectively or correctly. For example, we put service quality. Where is the cost?
It should go to minimizing cost. Then
there is no service quality here.
yes.
Here only the cost, punctuality. If you steward, instead of service quality and safety, you put the price of the ticket and the punctuality. That is a customer satisfaction. Very good approach. They attempted very well. So these kind of mistakes are very well accepted. 100 marks given for this kind of mistakes. At least you started thinking, huh? I mean, for you guys, I'm giving learning. For me, like faculty should also learn. They think that we are all big guys. Something like that we should encourage. Only thing they could have done slightly better. Framework is excellent. Remove service, remove safety, put price, and what is the other one? Punctuality.
Right.
That becomes your customer satisfaction. Okay. Now then according to your loyalty of the people served. Okay, man. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Don't think that I'm giving punchline, not punchline at all. Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. What about your other members? Only you are talking.
Yeah. So yeah, I can ask one of the other member to talk on the model.
Oh, yeah.
Panaga, you're there online?
See, while talking all those things, my objective is very clear. I want to see all members are there. I want
Panaga, Nutan, would you like to speak about this?
effortlessly something. I'm not getting carried away with your nonsense. I'm bringing to my own nonsense.
You continue. You continue. Okay.
I'm not trying to tell you guys have to learn this skill if you want to become that free market. Become a CEO, make a big money, and that kind of thing. Go you have to understand. You don't lose focus. I'm very clear. I will. Okay, come on. Who is our next one?
Yeah, hi, Professor. This is Bhuvan.
Mohan. Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
You can explain this.
Yes, sir. So learning with the models. So we are taking the 3C models here. So customers, competitors, and company. Based on that, we are planned here. Focus the existing prospective customers and customers' value, presenting the brand reputation of positioning. So competition is a bring a need to create of monopoly and market shares.
Okay,
So
we'll listen to your words. Now let's throw it audience. Come on, how is this? Good back. Out of 10 marks, how many marks will you give to this slide? Come on, use your brain. Come on, don't be afraid of it. Give your marks. To me, they've done a very good job. This 3C, customer they clear, focus on existing and prospective customer. Clear cut. Customer value perception, clear cut. No nonsense. Each word meaning something. And the real thing what customer is. And then brand reputation was excellent. It's 4 words. It's not English, we are written what is needed. Okay, now come to the company, focus on building structure. Structure, they could have put building structure, culture, all this thing, but we attempt what we have. Come to competition. Focus on being unique and create monopoly and get a market share. Again, the user right. To me, predominantly they done. I mean, I can always improve, but I don't have to improve just for the sake of it. It meets all the requirements. Done? Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else left out in your group? Anybody left out? Only 3 plus 2.
Panika is there, but we will speak.
Okay, okay. No, this guy is a very desperate to type portal which I'm not doing.
No, it's nothing like.
I have my.
Yeah, alarm ma'am there. Hello, can you hear me?
Right.
Hello.
Go with
Okay. Hello, my voice is audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Luther. Okay, Luther is going to talk about conclusion. I hope you are doing it right. You are learning, not getting bored. Okay, correct. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
man.
so this is the conclusion what we made. Yeah. So this is the conclusion what we made. Southwest Airlines business model based on the competitive advantage in order to keep it cost structure, cheap to maintain its main value position working. So low cost air transportation. So HR could have deliver only with the involvement of operating team and the top management.
Okay, Luther, correct. Leave it to Luther. I'll let me catch this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure.
And student, come on, say about this one. First 2 pins. Talk about the first one point. Last 2 pins. Be ready about the second point. You people, first point. Good, bad.
In terms of conclusion, whether it is correct 100% or not, that's what we are saying.
What you like it?
In terms of debates.
Yeah.
So what we say is it is there up to 1980.
But is it communicating effectively? Yes. It says business model based on competitive run to keep the cost structure cheap. The word is not cheap. You could
It should be affordable. Actually, it should be affordable.
Here, Indians we can use it. Prof Solai, that will go. Excellent, right? Very good point.
And
Last point. Second point. Second and third point. Second and third point. Excellent. I mean, the top management has to what the propel or energize the whole people to get involved. Otherwise, what top management? Involvement of. What is the third point? Human culture and the use of tools, right? What do you people have to say about third point?
Third point, HR can add value.
Third point, you approve or not approve? Yeah. I love the way he explained. I wanted to explain. Explain what you want. So, you answer. Good. Yeah, you go on. Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah. No, we are not understanding. It's a good approach.
There are a lot of evaluation tools, not just recruiting, there are like multiple tools that are being imposed in the system. So I feel not everything is very much right, and even the evaluation is to be evaluated.
See, what she's asking is, she's not putting it the same way. That is called organizational capability.
Yes.
Yeah, right. What you post are better. He is trying to say that organizational capability can be created through the right human values, through the right process, right cultural building. All three can create an organizational capability which can be not only simple HR practice. HR tool. This is what we are trying to say. Very valid. You are very difficult to recover. Okay, sir. You are live. Fourth channel. Everybody values a very good service provided at a very reasonable price. What is your comment on that? Fourth point. Everybody values a very good service provided at a very reasonable price. No, not that you know. Do you think that statement here makes sense? To be there, not to be there. Makes sense. Other Make sense?
Yes, sir.
To me, nonsense. There's no need. It's already captured. Each word, what is strategy? Each word you are using to be captured. First is, don't use any word. What not to use. Second is, use the word which makes sense. Are you getting my point? What not? What word not to use? That is the first step. Then use the word which is needed here. Electrifying word, focusing word. You know that kind of. So that's not needed. Okay. What is the fifth point? Who wants to talk about this one?
That's completely how the Southwest Airlines and how the organization structure has helped to build and get the name to market and the HR practices, how they are. So that has created the name for them. And it has these three practices have and given them the value.
The first thing, which I'm not allowed to make presentation of this one. You comment on this last. Really nice, no? I give you a chance. All your Southwest Airlines conclude the presentation on the last point. If you're too smart, you can do it. And then only you will see. They written very good. This itself more than enough. Only 1 point I put last.
They have
What he says reinforcing. What reinforcing? Your organization culture. Okay. What's reinforcing? Your human resources practices to create that culture. Two, right? And it's a big sentence. And that both things along with operating procedure. What's his thought? If you want to get a organizational capability, you have to put all these things. Your process, your culture, your practices, right kind of practices. All you put together will be equivalent to organizational capability. It's not human resources. It's not you or she or anything.
All these three are interlinked.
Interlink, then it becomes an organizational capability that will create value creation and conversion. This see, otherwise I'm already saying that right one. This sentence itself can be made one full slide. I'm very contradictory. One side I say don't put 5, put 4. Another side why I'm putting 1, put 5. This one could have been made at 5. This could be a strong analysis, strong conclusion based on analysis. How did they, why did they succeed? They succeeded because they wanted to create an organizational culture. Culture of performing, culture of customer centric. How? They wanted to have a right HR practices. Then they want to create a right kind of HR process. By that, they wanted to create and capture value and then pass it on to them. So business strategy marrying with the HR strategy. HR strategy marrying with the business strategy, creating a value creation, pass on to them. This can be written into 1-2 slides, right? Nicely written, right? So we again, a strategy, what to use, where to use. Either very less one, or if you use it, your word should be so electrifying. The guy, your audience, they should not be able to look at it. In whose presence I'm sitting, that kind of presence. So that is another thing, you are able to create a very effective communication. People say communication means what? English. So not that. What is the thought behind it? You speak a very valid result. Clear? First, you are supposed to do IQ. If you are ready too much from you wanted to do IQ in the chance. You want to have anything? What is it? That's the same. Okay, over. I'm not going to allow this guy is again trying to do 4 man. You can go through your slide, we'll just go through what you just go through the slide. We're not allowed to talk to you. We are not going to hear anything and everything, right? Right. Okay. Okay, next. Just read it. We are not discussing.
Panaga is also online, sir.
Who is that?
Panaga, one of my other teammates.
Who is that, madam? Online?
Yes, sir.
You just conclude in 4 sentences about what will happen. That's. Or go to the conclusion. Go to the conclusion. Why you thought that you will not get a marks, you come back. Huh?
No, sir.
You
You
take one slide, explain properly. Whichever slide you like, your choice. But only one slide.
Okay, I'll select the analysis slide here.
Which one? This one? This
Previous
one?
to this. This is a SWOT analysis. We have one more before, yeah. So we know that the objective of this case is bringing the Asian style to the Americans, introducing the Asian service style. So for the PVs, the job described has 50% of cleaning and 50% of the service. But the fact was that turned into 80% of the cleaning and 20% of the service. Just one change in this has affected them. Like there was no they can't prove themselves because of that attrition rate increased. For them, they have to increase the floaters. They were not dedicated to any floor. So then the tips get affected here. So what I'm trying to explain here is if we miss one thing in anything that could affect like largely, just they were not defined the well-structured job for the PVs that affected in each and every case. They had to introduce the floaters and the PVs were not satisfied. There was no hierarchy. Scott cannot monitor the PVs individually.
Okay, madam.
Went wrong.
Fine, done. Who's the other member? Anyone else left? Nobody is left. Okay. Those who are left will deal separately, right? We don't have to worry about them. All we have put all the bunch together. We'll see last. We'll make them to come to campus 3 days, working days. Okay. Okay, now, final judgment. Mark. Okay, Mark, here. Come on, Mark. Okay, we'll make this guy for this presentation. District groups of well, these guys will get, come on, last page. Sir, they will propose mark and you guys will ratify or reject it. 24 will be. Okay, you guys, but you have to give reference to the mark. 25 only. One mark I do. 26. So 25 is a benchmark. So with that benchmark, they are saying 24. Right. If you say right, then you don't know what you say.
Professor, we can't hear you clearly.
Yeah, you cannot compare exam to PCBs or
Not compare.
And we think like, yeah, I think even they deserve 25 because they have put the efforts and they have put some degrees and also they have given some valuable points. It was not in that field. So that's the reason I think they deserve 25.
These people how much they deserve? 20, 21, 22, 24. They say 24.
I said 25.
You are doing more than them. People. That is more. This group, sorry, the one last week. Actually, you want to give them 25. How you compare the weekend to that?
We don't want to compare anybody.
You are not comparing with anybody.
No, there was some points before the same to but it was projected.
They had some weakness which they didn't get the chance to educate.
So, okay, I listen to all of you. My call. Okay. Guys, consult, you participate, but is short and Sir, what did you say? It's your talk.
ಎಲ್ರದ್ದು ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಆಗೋದು.
Three groups are there.
Where? No, where it is?
Hello, sir.
Ah,
Sir, we cannot hear actually, not sure what's going on.
madam, wait a minute. Hold it. We will. We are not able to see our.
From the group 9, one more case study presentation is pending, right?
You don't need to break all of us together.
So what do you want to do like that? Say the board will happen. Hold. Think anybody is accessible to that link. I am not able to access. Hey, upload it. No, you have you given on the. Got it. I can make it work. Yes, sir. Yeah. So our people is not visible. Not coming? Have you uploaded? Yeah, we have uploaded. Not there. Which group? Group 4. 2 minutes. What is you call Imtiaz? No, we'll figure it out.
Difficult, no? My class. You cannot predict.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, one of in my team, there's a student who has studied law. She has joined up. So same thing. So she is also, I mean, unpredictable. So most of the times. Many ways.
No, this is not fun. Yeah. It's not nice. What is objective? For me, everything is subjective. I'm not supposed to
404 error.
because learn.
404 error. Wait. 404 error. Link. That link is coming as 404 error. I'm trying to upload again. I have uploaded, but I'm trying to upload again. It is showing as 404 error. A link is in the group only, no?
This is the link. Otherwise, you can request there's some command.
Right or no? Try in that link. Go to the link, click.
Yes, that one.
Something went wrong, no? So there is an error. A calling wrong.
Okay. Imtiaz sir is coming up. Go to the short talk. Come on. Sir, which group? Come on, listen guys. Huh? Group. Huh? You are also. Come on. Who are the members? You are there? I don't need your presentation. Go that side, start talking. Come on. Just we don't need slide. All of us will come on, talk. What do you want to talk about? Which one? Your child. Okay, go on. You are 5 of you are here. Six, okay. Let them upload. You go on. Okay, this is
Without PPT also we can.
Right. Do I come and teach you the PPT? Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I think we have to dance there with 10 minutes. That's it. We'll end it up. Okay.
Good, 10 minutes.
So briefly, I'll explain you about the Portman Hotels case study. So myself, Ramya, and let them introduce themselves.
I will go with her. You don't know.
The names.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Myself, Ravi Kumar.
Right, go ahead. Right, go ahead. Come to the point.
Okay. So case study you all right. The hotel, it's all about the American industry where the traveling was the first. They initiated traveling, tourism. What they initiated first is that it was under the name of John C. Hotel, who was very famous for his architects luxury hotels. Second, I will like to tell you about what is the objective of it. The objective was to find out overall failure of the hotels, what they faced inside the Portman Hotel. And they will this PV called personal valets. What they introduce about personal valets. My teammates will explain about personal valets in a description. And then I like to tell you that they allowed no guest. There were no rules for the guest. 1 point. Second, they wanted to accomplish a customize or a commitment to guests so that they visit and it would be a memorable experience for all of them. It would be a memorable experience for all of them. Third part, I'll tell you about the vision and the mission. Vision was what we concluded is the best 5-star hotel to accomplish in innovative style and to serve the quality and service to the guests. And the vision. Mission, I will say, seize to it, exploit to it, and expand to an opportunity to get into the service to the guest. Okay, next I'll tell Ravi to explain further.
Yeah, good afternoon, I am Ravi Kumar Bhatti. Every company or every industry there will be key issues like that. Portman Hotel also some having key issues like lack of harmony. There was no discipline and there is no middle management to combine with low level and higher level. These were the key issues. Portman was mainly facing them. Apart from that, there were also challenges like customer satisfaction was the most complicated and the most top priority challenges what the Portmans were facing. Apart from that, hiring skilled laborers and paying for the money like wage levels are low. So that these were the challenges were there.
Hello, online, you are not hearing, not audible. Your friends are making presentation, not me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, audible.
Audible, okay, go on.
Yeah,
Raise your voice.
It's audible. It is audible.
key issues. We made a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities.
They know, yeah, don't test them.
Yeah. Next is people will explain about strength and weakness. Thank you.
Sir, not opening? Okay, go ahead. By the time we'll finish it, go on.
So hello everyone, I'm Deepa. So I will be going through the strength and weakness of your hotel, what they faced here. So the strengths that could be the brand or the frequent visitor and vision. So as Ramya told, the vision was to give 5-star Asian all the customers. So that would be the strength, that could be the strength of the company and frequent visitors. Since this was located in a major city, so frequent visitors would come if for the hotel. So that would also be the strength of the company. And the next thing is the brand. So for any company, the brand is very important for it to become a famous or this thing in the market. So that is one of the strengths. Coming to weakness, inconsistency in the organization. So maybe among the employees, the inconsistency and lack of discipline and accountability, and lack of supervision among the employees, and lack of middle management in the office.
Go ahead. Go. Any slide you want?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so no discipline and accountability among the employees. So there was no discipline in between the workers. So there was no accountability that led to customer dissatisfaction and lack of supervision. There was no supervision in the team. So there was no complete team or anything like that. They were just like individual work. It was like that. So that lack of supervision was there. So no rewards and recognition for the employees. So if there is any rewards and recognition for the employees, they get motivated to work in an organization. So when there was no rewards and recognition, they felt very demotivated and they could not give the best in their work, and lack of middle management. So when there is
in the weaknesses, whatever is captured, more of an analysis. Yes, good analysis. So put in weaknesses, but it's an analysis. Okay.
And the lack of HR policies. When there is no HR policy in an organization, it may lead to all these weaknesses. So if there is a good HR policy in an organization, like maybe like building up a good team or keeping
see, set like a HR policy. Here I like to tell you. See, when we talked about Southwest Airlines, we said vertically HR practices should be linked with the business strategy or business model. Like I said, if it's a low cost differentiated road, your HR strategy has to be vertically linked with the low cost model. This is talking about horizontal linkage. Horizontal means, as I told you, I love HR. I want to go and select the best of the students from all MBA engineering. Okay, you selected, I have a good job content, a good panel, group discussion, all those things at an excellent one. Recruitment. Brought them, I will not given them the markets. Okay. Two, okay, I did selected very well, I paid also very well. I given them the road clarity like here, it's not correct. Horizontally. Okay, third, suppose you give a road clarity also. Fourth, you put under somebody supervisor or manager, he doesn't like all this. They think, yeah, that kind of thing. So again, that guy's supervisor manager skill is again horizontally not knitted. Are you getting my point? So what it says, look, in opposite to that case study, the entire strategy should also be in a fit manner. Horizontally, it has to be linked if you want an excellent. Or if you do 10, 5, 6 policies, very good. On the 7th, 8th, you do, all your money is gone. You recruited the right guy, paid him the high salary, probably even given him the good role clarity, put him under some guy who is not willing to even accept them, if boss or supervisor. So that's what this case study is more about. Horizontally, the bundle of HR practices, say 50, 100, whatever HR practice, if it is rightly knitted, aligned horizontally, it can give you the result. Otherwise, you are copycat. You would like some 360 degree. You like some employee engagement. You guys are writing, have a right big copy to question selection. You know, you are actually doing here and there, but it's not knitted correctly. If you want an excellent result, like the way you did it vertically, you should also do it horizontally. This case study was attempted to be written in that line. If you go further, there are some small caselets in that. I hope none of you gone through it. Portman et al. Has also got some of the inconsistencies, right? Like postman something one or two things. So primarily it talks about that's what she said when lack of HR policy. HR policy is not lack of HR policy. Inconsistent, incoherent, non-fit, horizontally non-fit HR. That's all this case can be. I can tell you. Yeah. Bundle of HR practices inconsistent, non-coherent, not fit practices, not horizontally aligned. That's all this. We can separate out that as well. Huh? Sorry? Southwest was completely interlinked with all the. No, Southwest is, more towards not only though they understand for vertical one, horizontally also invariably they lead to. But in this case, it was not interlinked, and they did the division according to the one. Right. They wanted some innovative idea without even having. They come with a personal balance, the job analysis itself is wrong. Which means your first fit is itself is wrong. Like we said, the first three, HR starts three. Before recruitment, the job content, job analysis, job description, job certificate. That itself is wrong. Obviously, your competition will be wrong. Obviously, your motivation will also be wrong, even if you pay more. So, in nutshell, incoherent, inconsistent HR practices, horizontally not listed. One word. You agree with me? Anybody? Not agree. You cannot say not agree. There is a not agree. Agree. Okay, go ahead next. Okay, those I don't want to listen to these guys. Those who are online.
Navishnu is online.
Hi, sir.
You select any slide to talk. This guy I'm seeing there here. I want to see. Which slide you want to talk?
Sir, I'm talking about the suggestions that could
okay, go on.
that could have been done. Yes. Sir.
Okay, no problem. Go to the 5C.
Yeah.
See, this 5C is also a good one. Clarity, commitment, culture, compensation, commitment. These are the jargons framework you should remember. Like I always tell you, when you learn some concepts and framework, some jargon, some terminology. It's a good jargon. Okay, next. You want recommendation or suggestion?
So, sir, I'm going with suggestions.
Only suggestion or recommendation or suggestion? Normally,
suggestion.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, sir. Myself, Navishnu. I would like to talk about the suggestion that could have made.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I would like to talk about the suggestion that could have made the Portman Hotel with the best in class service. Actually, they made based on the vision and mission they had in mind. They should have hired temporary maids to assist the PVs when the workloads are more, because the PVs should always be the PV's main reasons are the PV's main focus is to be.
Okay, go to recommendations.
No. Sorry, suggestion.
Here all you're talking
Hello.
about recommendation, suggestion, and all. It's called needs. Diagnosis. It's the name of the head. Who's that guy? It's a IR guy. We can problem for primary course, getting shot.
We have that in the last two slides.
It
We have
doesn't
summarized
talk.
everything.
Whatever you talk about, means you are saying something. Halfway thing can say anything else. But you guys are very good at saying anything else. All of you, most of you are good at saying anything and everything. If given a free opportunity, so you will make me mad. If I don't write you guys clearly, you'll make me mad right now. Yeah? I'm making you mad. Okay, so it's a you understand what I mean. You could have given recommended suggestion in such a way that they have not studied the job, which I already told. Job content, role clarity, properly with the skills, abilities, knowledge, attitudes needed for the position, to whether the position is feasible to be run or not.
Yes.
So in future, any organization should not come with only simply discipline. Like other thing, take accounts. When I said the recruitment of a finance, what will go? Account, finance, taxation, compliance, anything is there. Which are very clear. You look for. If that is done, your job is easy. If that is not done, go on. Come on. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Now what? How many marks you should get?
You should ask the
No, I want your self-offense.
So actually, we have, so we were going through this, so this was group activity, right? So we were trying to do a framework, which you had asked for. So out of all those.
Any slide you want me to see? Acha, go through the slide. No, start, let me see the slides. Go. Next. At least let me see the slides here. Go. Go, I can read fast. Hey.
But they are not able to read.
Yeah, you want to read all of you? This is okay. We come to recommendation already.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning.
Slide.
Right, one, come, second, wait. Wait. Come, objective you want to read. Yeah, this is a good objective. Nicely captured. Okay, next. Okay, that's all covered and posted properly. Come on. Key issues. Yeah. I mean, they could not make a presentation. Preparation is the key issue. These are the key issues. Next. Challenges. How is demography coming here?
People are working from across the. Actually, so we thought about this now stratified the business instead of floor to floor. There's a lot of supervisor model. That is where we can, so that we can expand it.
Next. SWOT. They given strength and weakness opportunity. Okay. Next. Next. Good, yeah, they'll put a lot of hard work.
We have summarized the whole steps in the last. So this is what which is the outcome of our 5 Cs and all those things.
The potential to understand management to identify all the positive, processing the feedback, the strategy for management. Now, what is the framework you give?
So the development of new strategies. So the framework would be instead of implementing the floater, all those things coming out of the box, they would have asked, including the customer and the person who are already working, which they were satisfied. That framework they should have done so that they would have immediately identified the supervisor, the captain.
Basically, you are trying to say that learning. Learning with
that captain help instead of somebody smart doing it. So this was one of the conclusions.
Here, okay. So this guy is a word called walk. Learning with the friend. And sometimes you should also borrow nice words. What is kappa? This will not different. Kappa. The learning curve we want to put it in quotes are kappa for this quote. After ending all the PPT presentation, look for words which is going to create a big. Suppose you put a kappa, you put a big word like so. Kappa, you put it for the conclusion recommendation, could be a good one. Right? Strategy could have put it strategic analysis too. There are many other strategic analysis too. One is what?
One is
See that that's a good analysis. So you use your then only you'll be called a professional. Sometimes you have to complicate. Sometimes you have to complicate. Is the process? Process only. Maybe same paracetamol medicine. You have to give some other names. 24, 25, 23. 24. Okay, next. Okay, next. Now, how many teams left out? How many teams left out for today?
So group 5.
Then what?
Group 10, sir.
Somebody watch 10 minutes for them.
Sir, group 5, sir.
Somebody is standing here, I don't know.
Group 10, sir.
So group 5.
Group 10.
Group 5, anybody is here? Group 5,
Yes.
you understand, right?
Arun Kumar is there.
Huh? Achha, only you are here. Everybody is off. Great. Out of 10, only one guy is here. Everybody is out. Okay. All are in gloves. I don't know. So it's a big challenge for me. Next to next, I'll give. Group 5. Okay. Now yours, quickly, 10 minutes. Which one you want to touch? Only one. Each one of them gets out from you. Right. But I'll go through the slides. Come on, folks. No PPT, not any. You just run through and see. Come on, all of you go through the slides. Then they will ask questions. One. Okay, objective of the case. Come on, guys. Objective they can reasonably well. Next. Okay. Okay. This is the other one. Yes, Portman. Okay.
Just added points wise, it's not a lengthy paragraph.
Good.
It will be easy to understand.
Good. Okay, guys. What do you want to say? No slides. Come on. You only yours. Anybody online?
Yeah, yeah, sir. I'm on.
Come on. What is the learning from? For example, come, raise your voice. What is the learning?
When it comes to Southwest Airlines,
Yeah.
there's like the concept there's a concept more for more, less for less. In Southwest Airlines, there is concept for less for more. Only that's the concept here. They didn't go more, drag, anything like that. They were very clear with the concept. It's for middle class economy traveling, and they did that. They have reduced the expenses where they have to reduce it, and they had increased the trips of the flights, and they were well maintained.
Hello, madam. Good. Who's the next one? I'm going to ask a difficult question. You select the best number of mine. Come on, guys. I'm not going there. I don't need. I'm going to ask. No, I don't want it to refer. I'm going to ask a difficult question. Who's our best number or two of you can answer. Okay. All of us, we think it's great, right? All of us are saying great, right? Why it is not being still copied? Why we cannot adopt the same method?
But it cannot be adopted by everyone.
Why? I'm asking why.
It's just a part of it.
First of all of you join this group. Now this group, all of us are by and large we agree. Southwest Airlines is not a story. It is a fact standing with us. And we all agree that it's working for. If there's no secrecy, why others are not able to do?
Not everyone needs an economy class. Some needs business class also.
No. Okay.
There are actually 2 points of view. One is customer point of view and one is company point of view.
I think they are able to manage both. Domains.
Okay.
They are able to fulfill the customer needs as well as the employee.
Okay, the same question, all of you can answer. Okay, they are answering and I will give a challenge to you after, then I will answer. Huh? Come on. Come on. Why it is not, are we agreeing that it's the learning from this case study is good? Good enough to be used anywhere else? Right. If we agree with that, why it is not being used? She said, no, that the cost is everywhere, it's high. Okay. And other than that, I didn't get the answer. Why it is not being used? Sorry? Properly, okay. Okay.
The HR team is creative and other comparative to other companies, the HR team has to learn from them, but they have to be more creative.
Okay.
And they are creating out of the box, so that even they can also.
Okay.
Their vision and mission is different from others.
Okay. You mean to say this? Suppose this is a low cost area. Suppose Vistara or Singapore Airlines. They are other airlines, right? Yes. All of you know Singapore Airlines, the best airline, best food, best aircraft. You think that they cannot work with this kind of, not that cost. Don't get lost with the cost.
No.
Here cost is needed because cost. Singapore Airlines are differentiated or niche one. Can they not use HR as a competitive advantage?
I can just say.
So your answer was cost. Here they use cost because cost is needed. Now talking about Singapore, I don't know, yesterday, the last 2 weeks I've been quite often traveling there. No, you don't get time to get Air India chicken security because so much everybody is looking for Air India. The reason is they change again the game itself, they change. By selecting your seat and then food cost you something. Otherwise, here it's free. Not only free, the kind of food they give, respectfully, very good. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have a concept of people first, we also want customer super first. But I know I can achieve customer super first only through the people first. This principle can be applied anywhere, right? Right, not that because of cost. No. That's what I asked you question. Why it cannot be applied in Vistara or why it cannot be applied in Singapore Airlines? It can be applied, right? Provided, like he answered, provided the top management, one, the two, the HR management, they believe that I have to use the right selective HR practices, philosophy, all those, both vertically and horizontally. If both case study put together, this is the story. Someone going to believe what the top management and the HR get. HR can play immediate role in creating value creation. And that they have to do. First, I think it's related like a good doctor. Ethically, I'm having right one. In the Singapore, it's not a cost. It's a high value. And the fit wise every year it will be same. Horizontal cannot be different from low cost or high cost. So that's the whole story. Because they don't believe, the top management HR people don't believe, or they don't give full commitment to conceive, genesis, and then implement it. If they implement it, it can do. Have you answered?
We have
other people. Let's close them now. Okay, enough now? Okay, don't worry, I'll give you 24. Okay, let's go. You want to
No, I wanted to add some point.
Yeah, please go.
Actually, like the case study.
Okay, see what's our point. Why? It should be implemented or not implemented?
Not implemented. What made it different? So in case study, it has mentioned that continental
Group 5.
Yeah, just I didn't just read something like on YouTube. So Southwest were very clear that they provide the services. They'll only provide the and then hundreds of them are very like the services. They will only provide flying. They were not worried about your luxury, or they were not worried about chaos is coming and helping you with seats and all.
So that made Southwest Airlines probably, click through the market and.
But good analysis. In other words, only two words. Understanding the business model. Understanding the business model. HR guys cannot start doing their own business practices without understanding. Yes. You are working on your own single tandem. I know 360 degree. I know engagement model. I know KRA preparation. This all you are supposed to know. But first of all, have you understood what is the business strategy of the company? What is the business model of the company? What will make your business model business model? Then your HR strategy, philosophy, process, practices have to be on a leverage map, which is very difficult. Not easy. Our people don't have patience. No, it's not the people of that. Tata has started by many people are doing, those people are doing, they have a full fun. Nothing to worry about it. If you want to do it, you want to do office order, like I know very practice. I introduce 6 months will be over. Or maybe this guy is doing something will come out of it. After 6 months only they will come to know what is this is very important. Per se that practice may be very good. Like 360 degrees of also. Or I told you focus post curve is Garva. Oppress. These are best. But can it be best everywhere? Which we discussed later. So that is why this guy, HR guys, I also told you who's HR. Not only HR guy. Particularly I told you in the class. Who is HR? HR is not just 4-5 members. HR is first the top one. HR is first all these high level team guys, leaders. Then these guys are supposed to be facilitating, coordinating. First of all, that should be there. If it is there, then it will come. Otherwise, HR guys will come, top one doesn't know what HR guy. He has also to his own show. So far in this company, something was not there. I come up with a new idea, which he will mess it up. Nothing will come by the time 1 year, 2 years over, he will not be selling it. He will move away. So that is it's not the thing. And all the more, all huge mistake. Single guy, the chairman, MD, CEO, which is like I showed you, no, I was listening. I talked to you. But I didn't have come on. You asked me, there are 4 kinds of news. Democratic, listening to autocratic, participating means like a doctor is doing surgery that everybody's 100% opinion. In the sense, anesthesian says something, surgeon says, I am great, yeah. What you are saying? Come on, dismiss it. He cannot say, he has to go consensus decision of that part. The other thing is consulting. I use really consultative. I will partially consult. I know what to. I definitely consult. I try to use your brain. I know whether you have a brain or not. I try to get out of this brain out of. But that needs courage. That guy only can do. Again, this 4 leadership style cannot apply anywhere. If suppose I were to be a surgeon, many people will die. They go with that consulting. Our army commander, if he goes through again participants, everything is gone. He has to use autocratic, shoot and move on. His own chap is about to die, he will shoot him to die and then move on. Because the leadership style differs. So all these things are becoming, you have to have a thorough understanding, then you need to have a courage. Where it suits you, they will consider. Most of the day I've seen, I can conduct it, most of the CEO failure because this guy knows he doesn't know. Then he consents or participates. If he does it, consent, I'm not against participate or consent. But at the end of the day, you have to take it. If they can take that, what makes success? The right decision, right problem solving. If you can do it, why you are needed to do it? If you are capable of doing it, right kind of decision making, right kind of problem definition, right kind of problem solving, leading to decision making. If this you can do it by second line in command, after the guys. Why do you need me? Because you may scope that I'll take your brain and use it for 1 hour, 2 hours, I work only for 2 hours, you guys work for 10 hours. That's my life, that's your life. Correct? Which I'm not theoretical saying practically. Even in their own specialization area, finance director, have to raise a fund from somewhere else. He will beat the bush around accounting, this and that also needed. But he doesn't know how to pitch elevator pitch to a bank chairman or somebody. There are only people like Bhaskara Something is speech. I will go back. Wait 2 seconds under, the chairman should say, I'm talking to last. You know that kind of. Therefore, third party, MSS chairman, exactly different. Okay, my exam finance, I will talk, I don't know what it is. I don't know that. Exactly, it's Saturday, Friday. And then there is a picture for MSS chairman, and then they call the whole team also. This officer and the party and all that. So I didn't allow the guys to talk to the business account. What I wanted also, I didn't talk. I talked to the economy, this and that. All those things. Our communication with all the guys are now sitting. This officer is keeping my phone. Then last concept I watched for things. I don't like this man. Well, that all that guy. Some case rather. Rather complete the problem. What simple that. Don't confuse that guy. We are default, MBA, so what I hope I'm asking you to answer. So basically, where we got it? So we started that business strategy, business model. Every business model, every business strategy is different. Not cost. Don't get carried away with the South Indian cost, everything has to be cheap. Nothing. But don't mix up. Differentiator means only differentiator. Cost means only cost. Niche means only niche. Niche guys, if you are going to sell a watch for 5 lakhs or a 6 lakhs, will it make any difference to that guy? If you have to make a pricing for based on all the three, you are producing a product on watch. Why do you have to bother about the price? You are going to give a price of 5 lakhs, valuable 6 lakhs. You will not. But when coming to cost leadership time, 2,000 rupees to 2,300 rupees is better. So here pricing strategy becomes more careful when you are dealing with the cost leadership. Other things can be taken care of. In this case, you charge that guy 58 and give him some more. So the pricing strategy for everywhere will become good. So at the end of the day, it's more at the game is think big. No, blindly follow. It's called reactive strategy. What is the strategy? Reactive strategy, productive strategy, development strategy. You don't want to reactive strategy. Otherwise, you think you're one woman of proactive kind of strategy. So that's what I'm saying. Short term, you're thinking. The big guys are not working whole hours. They are working. But people think that I'm working really hard. I don't know how. Everybody thinks. We immediately go to think. I don't know. Today morning I'm sleeping up to myself. Okay. Exactly. I know you guys may not make presentation. You guys will teach me. Let me go solid as if these guys are not going to make presentation. I come with that conviction. I prepared and loaded that. Anything in then also I thought I mean someone bring this guy to complete it. If it doesn't go, I'll do it. So there's no end to leadership kind of money. And all that I'm telling you, guys, you have the potential. And it's easy. Don't allow it. At the end, we are only here to make money. Working hard will not remember. Come on, that's what's the next group? Come on. Your friend group? You are which group? There's one member, one madam is only one member. So, last one. But your other members are online? What is your number? Group 6. Afterwards, your number? Group 2. Five is only one. Okay, come on. I don't know. You guys will sit after 4:30. Why should I sit after? Come on, go on.
You are online. We are 4 only here, and there are a few other 3 people online.
All people are online.
No. Three people are on.
Who are on absent? Sir, absent people, right?
You mean to say not online also? Is it?
No, whosoever is present here. Actually, you write down. How present?
Group 6, anyone online? We are group 6. We are group 6.
Come on,
Group 6.
anyone online?
Participants. Yeah, we'll get started. We don't see. Devrat is there. Devrat. So we are.
But just go through the slide. Go through the slide.
Yeah, you people can start.
Just go through the slide. We are not read from. We are not here to go through all. Make it slides. Bottom. Okay. Just we want to see the slide first. Come on, guys. Watch that slide. It's okay. Objective. First question, keeping both the best and the five. Which high standard to it. Let's see. Customer service. Is it the objective? Your own do. Now I've been talking all my mind, right? So far. Is it the objective? Huh? Come on.
This is the objective from our case study analysis.
Case study analysis.
What they have inculcated, they are trying to put it in their.
So objective of the case study is different. Okay, come. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Yeah, analysis is very good. Next. Okay, come on, guys. Let's ask them. Look over.
No, we have the solution.
No, 5 feet.
So the solution to the entire.
Okay, come.
We have finally the.
Come here. See, all of you know everything. Somewhere you know what are your issues?
We talked to the objectives, the analysis.
No, the whole issue for many people. Common sense on that. Many points. I want only 3 points. I'll give you 24 points. 1, 2, 3 cards. Only 3 words.
Lack of hierarchical management.
Okay. Are you ready to question all of us? I only want 2 points. 1, 2, 3. I'll do this side. In a sequential right manner. Otherwise, you captured very well, and we also discussed at length. Let us make it interesting. What 3 words? First one, second one, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. It cannot be lunch, breakfast. Because breakfast, lunch, and you can say tea and dinner items. What is it? Okay. Okay. So many words, detailed words you could use. No hierarchy, no floaters, no compensation. Many words, all of you cumulative use. I also talked to you. I also talked to one. Give me 3 words.
behaviors towards the employees.
Okay.
You know, they were very primary.
Come on, this question is audience part. Only 3 words with someone else's case. Sorry? You need more for. There's no reason to put it. Most of it. So I can teach you large logic. I don't like. I come clearly. You are not come prepared competency. Number 2, there is very good presentation. Not to give you marks. So that we will catch. Right. So I'm not here to fail you or do that. Some differentiation. Basically, I want to make you to learn something amongst ourselves through all of our discussion. That's all. So don't worry. I'm just otherwise the 5th point is let us not only that is not fun. Everything should be loving, right? It cannot be same or that kind of who will see? I don't know how you put it. I cannot see anything people. But the $10,000 for the city of okay. Come on, 3 points.
Example analysis.
Okay.
So the decisions were taken with notice
Huh?
to the team.
So right now, that's all of the creative. That's the good skill. It's a policy number 1. One other.
Fail to adapt that whatever was
What?
they fail to adapt the what they give.
Not implemented, right? Not implemented. That's again HR policy. Okay. It's very difficult for you. Okay. You write all the value of which level you are.
Yes, satisfaction was not approved.
Sorry, she said more. HR policy said. What is customer satisfaction? Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. Huh? Clarity. Business strategy. Organization structure. Organization structure. Huh? Team integration. Proper hierarchy.
Decision making authority given to the level of employees.
Decision making authority. You are all maximum getting to micro. I'm talking when I'm talking 3. It has to be macro. It has to strategy. It cannot be immediate kind of. All right.
One thing, business strategy is not driven by HR.
Okay. Business strategy is not.
Driven by
You are writing all the words now.
Yeah.
Business strategy not driven by HR.
Second thing, value for employees. They should value for employees.
That's not value creation for employees. Out of all the 10 words, only one word I can think about is not value creation. All other things you validate now.
Value.
Okay, you want to say something.
Management differences and satisfaction where in management it comes all about HR policy, supervisor, and in differences they try to education culture something. So
When I say cultural,
Cultural.
this could be another. When I say 3 words, okay, I will give you. You can use it first.
Okay.
one more was satisfaction.
What's that? Customers. Okay, okay.
Maybe you are looking at the values that is what starting the.
No, I want 3 words, okay. So very difficult actually. I think 6 words even I go to some. But I see almost 90% words.
They did not have a strategic management.
Moral, customer satisfaction, business strategy, or business strategy. Team integration,
Yes.
value to employees, yes. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, value.
So you people can, whenever you do some exercise, what does it mean? Right, reject, be right, think, then you can be a CEO. That is the point. You want to do the job of quick? So in this one, what are the 2 words I said? Team integration, what shortlisted? I'm not confused. Out of your 10 words, job certificate. Cultural, I can think of it. Team integration, I can think of it. Right? Value creation for employer. Anything else? All empty. So many notes.
Strategic approach towards management. Employee management.
Very, very gentle. My boss used to tell me, my boss was Dr. Nagi. He was 3 years junior to me. But he was one of the very high altitude. Who was speaking back at the guy used to be very sharp. So, but the sharp guy, I know he's best up. There's a book written by Professor Kleiter in Harvard. 90% of the guy who passed out from Harvard in the last 10 years, all 100% messed up the person. There's a factual book written by Professor Kleiter. Dr. Business are very well. 3 months back, I've seen he paid 200 crores eliminating his wife to divorce. Somewhere said, hey, come back. What is it? Do you want to make another guess? Right on. Team oriented, value creation for employee, cultural integration. This all could be a some words. What else? Are you there or not? Usually not, don't you? Because by leaving without hour, already time without lunch and dinner, coffee or something. So let's do it something. What else? Are we there? Are you beginning to what I'm heading to us? What else?
So market assessment was failed because we didn't anticipate the cost we was wise in the package wise. Didn't do the market assessment.
See, the market segment of I want to give the luxury health and all those things, it's okay. Okay. So if you want to give a luxury to employees, how can I compromise on less cost to the employee? You want to give luxury to employee, customer, 5-star luxury, but you want to give low cost to employee. This is one solid point, right? Yes. One side, I want to give like a can you write on that? Strategy, inconsistency, input roles. Business strategy starts something. HR strategy starts, right? Am I right or not? Yes. Here we are talking about 5-star hotel in this and that. And no one. So business strategy, inconsistency, HR strategy.
Management going behind the success.
Number 1. Okay. Guys, I will give you points. You find part. Second thing is value creation to employees. Or let's forget the word value creation. Highly engaged employees. They are not engaged. They are not even shit you roll your face. Highly engaged means what? You are on the top. I'm happy with the salary, I'm happy with the boss, I'm happy with the promotion. So there is no highly engaged employees. They don't even know there's a word called highly engaged. That is the thing. Are we talking sense? 2. What else? It's written in the book execution. Ramachandra, he is supposed to be I'm not getting it. He is supposed to be the best strategist in the US. He has written a book called Execution. So strategizing is difficult. Execution is much more difficult. So the third one,
Strategy, implement tactics.
executing the strategy is failure. You wanted all sorts of strategy. Now repeat all the things. I'm not saying this is very final. From first one, have you come to a larger extent, not a knee-jerk one, or a broad one. What is the first one? Business strategy not inconsistent with HR strategy. Highly engaged employees in concept is after all, though they want to do the highly engaged. Third is execution. Can we conclude with this 3 months? So this is how you have to do it. Come on. We have to take 5 marks from you. What do you mark these guys here? We cannot be even 24, 23. Somebody should be given to us. So 24. Please. I still smart. I gave you 24, 25. I can increase it. No, I cannot reduce it. Some group will increase. Okay, I will not reduce them. I may have to increase some group. How many more customers? Only one. These are very unique. So I know how this is. So this guy has to define it. Okay. Come on with them. Already 4 o'clock. You set your watch, 10 minutes, whatever you want to go.
Yeah. Before going to slides, we actually while going to case study of Southwest Airlines, we were thinking about Indian companies, like small companies, also not related to airlines. So everybody would be heard of Rameshwaram Cafe. So they had also come up with strategy. Their food quality is high, their price is high, but still they are sustaining in the market. Whereas contradictorily, there is one more airlines company that is telling will give you a cheaper tickets and will give you sophisticated, like sufficient amenities, and will make you fly with cheaper cost. So there are two contradictory companies which are still sustaining in the market. So what I'm trying to tell is we have to be very confident about what we are giving and what we are trying to give to the community and what our product. We should be very confident about our product. So that's where we were studying business strategies and HR policies, whatever big words we use.
You're going through business strategy class already?
So we were all of you were telling that. So it differs from organization to organization truly. But all comes, the basic of everything is product. So but once you are very confident about your product, then your business strategies, HR policies will fall in place. So we'll get started with Southwest Airlines. Hello everyone, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Ashmi and we all five are representing today. So
just go through the slide.
Yeah.
I'll let you don't have to explain. I'll ask you question, right? Because time is less.
Here it is of employees, not of the
committed culture. That's the right word used to create a powerful organizational capital. Lines are long, right? So motivation, organizational, company. Maintaining employee demand satisfaction.
Employee demands will always be satisfaction.
How is the 4 objectives? How is the 4 objectives? Good, very good, excellent. Okay, next.
This is 3 C's of the organization. Customers, company, competitors. So at 3 C's, we have to think what is our relationship with customers, what are we different from our competitors, and what are competitors' advantages, and how can we overcome their advantages. Like their advantages will be our disadvantages, and how we overcome that.
See here, she's talking about reference to competitors. Hello. Yes, sir. She's talking more reference to competitors also, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's one approach. Many businesses will have a reference to competition. And incidentally, this one, they say I'm creating my own segment. Airline says, also airline says, I don't die. I have my, but I know my segment very well. I'll do it. Correct. So next. So that in business there are many ways of doing. That is then it becomes a reactive step. He is giving some camera in front and back. I will ask. You do this Excel, that's all reactive step. Prospective, proactive means you come something confidently on your own. And I know this is my segment. Southwest Airlines knows I know the segment.
This one we had in India. Deccan Airways.
Exactly. But execution. Kingfisher product. Opposite of Southwest Airlines, he wanted to do it in the top line. But he's created so much money spent, income was less. Business strategy will not be sustainable. Yeah, always was followed by
Different lectures.
Taken a copy of that only. They could not implement.
Yeah, because they thought they wanted to give little extra facilities like hair hostess and little extra baggage facilities, which actually failed. So when we're trying to copy a strategy of others, we have to make a strategy which is like more consistent to that, not bring up your own.
At the end of the day, you are unique, you are distinct,
Yeah.
you are innovative, you are adding value. I use the word you are unique, you are distinct,
Yeah.
you are innovative, you are adding value.
Yeah.
Don't bring two business strategies to
Okay.
organization.
That means you are not understanding my own business, my own sector, my own customer. Okay, madam, next.
That is where demographics came into picture in our state.
Why don't we?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger is basically analysis of SWA.
Okay, go on, next. Business strategy. People first, low cost, short-term living, putting an employee direct point to point, playing your phone. Yeah, this is a good point. See, before touching HR strategy, there has been business strategy. Okay.
Like we had made very crisp points on the PPTs. We wanted to explain more, but we don't have time.
No, it's a good. There's no need to explanation.
Yeah. So
What is cultural characteristics?
So like how were the employees trained? They didn't concentrate more on employee training. They were like, I mean, they knew what their employees wanted. And they also gave a secure atmosphere work to the employees, so they sustained for a longer time, which actually didn't happen in Portman's hotel.
Okay. Limitation. Don't provide alternatives for segmented seats. Goods and freight. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, this I want to stress because their evaluation process was not on the work. It was like how you well maintained with the customer. So that was kind of drawback for them eventually, not initially, but eventually, yes.
How many of you had a chance to fly with South Africa? No, none of you. How many of you had a chance to fly with South Africa? You flew? Where? Which sector? From Chicago to it's not nothing great. If you see, it looked like our old. I had a chance to travel many times. The recent one was between Denver in Colorado to San Francisco. It's 1.5 hour flight. Nothing. It doesn't look like this one. Go ahead. But they are performing.
Yeah.
Next.
So next slide is next slide. The other lessons learned from the case study. That's it for we will switch slide for
yeah.
Yeah, so this is for portals. So it's something. Slideshow.
Just show me the objectives. Let me go through the slides.
Here we see objectives of the Portman's objectives
of the case study. We took the approach a little different.
Okay, good. Let me see. I like it. To understand the original system, obstacles to understand
the format is something.
How do you call this one? Objectives of the case?
Because so this is what we are trying to tell in the entire case.
We would start with
I understood. The title is methodology of presentation.
Okay.
Got it, no? This is the what method I'm going to present. Okay, next.
1 second. I'll just-
Just as download and go back to the PPT pictures. Southwest speaking.
That's not. It's not.
Okay, guys, let's see it. Come on now. What is the learning from both these cases? How do you conclude, compare and conclude the learning from both cases?
If I have
Come on, listen to us. He's going to compare and conclude the learnings from both cases.
If I have to conclude according to my learning, taking Portmans and Southwest Airlines, so Southwest Airlines were more concerned with their employees, wherein Portmans they didn't. They only concentrated on money and the market share. Where for Southwest Airlines, employees were first, customers were next, and the shareholders were at the last preference. But it went in reverse direction for Portmans. So that is one point.
Very good analysis. Here, customer first, employees. Where employee first, customers. Okay. Then,
and Southwest Airline did not concentrate on luxury, but Portman more concentrated on luxury.
you can put it that way. First point was very good. Second point, you can put that, Southwest Airlines was very clear about the business segment. Whereas Portman doesn't seem to be clear about the business segment. Right?
Yes.
Southwest Airlines is very clear. My segment is low cost. Don't come here. Portman is not clear about the business segment. Second.
Yeah. So third point I want to make is like Portman's brought up Asian culture there. They didn't bring any cultural barriers. They wanted perfect human training for their, whatever their business strategy is. But Portman's tried to involve cultural practices into the business strategies where they believe.
Okay. Third, you can say that Southwest Airlines, even the strategy, they gone on with the meritocracy.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy, they were trying to mix and match.
Mix and match.
They were quite unprepared for what was coming.
So third point is that fourth. Good analysis, right?
And workforce, like when we talk about workforce, Southwest Airlines were more concerned about employee safety, security, and if you compare the employees retained for longer years than in Portmans, where Portmans we have put it here, they failed in attracting and retaining the qualified workers.
So the fourth, the conclusion itself, apparently it looks Southwest Airlines believes in HR and human being.
Yes.
Whereas Portman doesn't seem to be believing in. They are trying to use it like a commodity and then fixing.
Yeah.
4 point, right?
Yes.
4 point. What else?
Satisfaction.
No, sorry. The sense the Southwest Airlines believes,
yes.
practices, HR and human beings important. Whereas Portman goes the other way.
Not believe it.
What else?
Prophecy want to go with the slides.
Just go through the slides.
Yeah.
The story
So
will
this
get
is
come
the
down.
history of Portmans.
Associate with these. Come on.
And this is what
See, these guys have now come with all novel ideas without substance. Novel ideas for people. Novel idea called associated with very good words. You're creating no hierarchy, people creating this all. But you must have a substance to it. You know what I'm talking, what I'm doing. The word associated is a very, very big word. The word feel is a very good word. But you are used only novel word without a substance. Next.
This is what went wrong. And then these are the HR practices, the initial function, cultural value and goals are what was aimed and the final outcomes on the last column. So we are trying to find out what went wrong. And this is a continuation of the same.
Very good slides.
And then these are our findings.
No morale, no discipline.
And it's actually disharmony. The format is kind of changed. I don't know why.
When we uploaded it,
something got changed.
Harmony, right?
Yeah, it's called, it was disharmony. So we just went with a few keywords and we actually aimed to explain each of them. And then see, they try to use some theory here. Herbert's two-factor theory.
Yeah.
Always try to use many percentages. Some of that is what so many people do. You don't use your models and names and framework. Never get a chance. Look for use model frames. Then you become a professional. Otherwise, a common sense guy. I mean, that you have to consciously look for. Which one I can use? Next.
Next is what the improvements were made and some of which could be made. So one was one which clipped was the 5-star team, which they made like each 15 groups of 5 TVs in each group, and then they kind of made one team on.
Basically, again, the 3 words: job content, job enlargement, job enrichment. Everything got mixed up in that.
Yes.
Not correctly done.
So, and the last part was the management, which were some of our suggestions where we felt that effective communication was missed out. And there was
Why do you think that management has not received when the complaints are?
there was no.
Because it was not reaching.
It was reaching. They're making you understand. You had some leader in it, right?
There were.
That middle management.
PVs were given the liberty to make decisions. And
no, according to me, the middle management or anybody, they were trying to hide the mistake.
Correct, yeah.
The top management didn't want employees with stringent rules, so there was a lack of discipline as well in the system, which kind of. So these are some of the risks, and this is a bit contradiction to one of our teams who mentioned that we could hire maids, while we are saying that could increase the costs and is not a very optimal solution. And then this is a overview of what happened after our case study, just a glimpse of what happened later. So we went after the team captain part after the 5-star team, and the team captain, that was an absolute success, and they saw a lot of incoming customers and everything. But then after they had an earthquake, there was a lot of damage in San Francisco. So the occupancy dropped, and then they had a lot of issues with taxes and things like that. Eventually, they had to liquidify it, and they sold it to Marriott. And JW Marriott got it in 2006, and right now this is how it is.
This is called the most Marriott hotel.
Yeah. So actually, the first slide, sir, I don't know, the format got changed. The background was actually meant to be the Southwest. Sorry, the Marriott. I'm not sure if it was image. It's the current JW Marriott, which was previously the.
So that's good. Done. So how many to put? No, what happened here to the moment? 25. Here I will take a shot. Which one you want to talk about? How many members are there?
Wait.
Now, any question asked from both friends also statements, will be able to write that. So much time wasted 3 hours. Any questions on your section 2? At least 2-3 questions I'll try to frame for that. Okay, so you don't have to prepare for the exam. Right? Just we want to see you. They want to have employee satisfaction more, or they want to reduce employee cost?
They should look forward for employee satisfaction.
Objective is, in this approach, they have tried to reduce the cost of the
Cost of them.
not
They
satisfaction.
did not look for the employee.
No.
This is actually about the.
That's all everybody knows. Go on. I don't want to make favors. No. Okay.
This was a 5-star, what went wrong? What was the positive and what is the negative?
Come down.
And this is a SWOT analysis what we captured.
Conclusion.
And this is the conclusion, how we can resolve this particular issue by SNA team gaps. How the team captain will help the improve the work culture and so.
This one, solution for the case study. They use the right words. Clear job description, training and mentor for new hiring, gratitude towards employee contribution, appreciation, recognition, no appreciation, awareness of the culture. Good point. Though it looks general, but this is what it is. Next. This is general. First one was enough, there was no need for me to put it. I don't know what way to write from that. There's a book called Small is Beautiful. Okay, there's a book called Small is Beautiful. Always try and get into small. Very difficult to write small. I can tell you. Very difficult to write concise and small. Enough, sir. Go.
Thank you.
What mark here? None of you see it. How the hell you are the right to see? Did you see? Acha guys, what marks you are? 24 or 23? 23. 23, okay? No. Huh? What is it? No, for that certificate is done. Okay. Now, how can this company single number? This is also single. Acha, take everybody online. Open your slide.
This is actually 8 and 5 here with us. We made same slide.
Same slide.
I'll just show you.
This guy is putting same slide. Because he's seen I'm seeing so he's admitted.
No.
Actually, good.
This is the one.
So who are the people that?
So
I just call everybody.
Amit Singh, group 5, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who's the next one? Who's the next one?
Mahesh. Group 5, please rise.
Hello, sir. Shahab is here.
Yeah, please tell your name.
Shahab is here, sir.
Hi, sir. Pial Sen is here.
Hello, sir. Nancy here.
Yeah.
Next. Next. How many people are absent?
Everybody is there.
Everybody. Shall I come?
Hi, sir. Sudeshan here.
Father.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? There are some disturbance in background. Sir.
That is what's like. Please show your slides.
What is the score, bro? Oh, this fellow is. Whoa! Good one.
So this is what we call target oriented performance. I have a target which is supposed to be. Next class is I'll take. And before coming to next class, please go to the document. Yes. Here it is. See, just guys, to make you guys happy, someone go back. Make you guys happy, the guys, super nice girl. Next.
This is objective. The first statement in the US it was aiming to fight Asian. And this is like set up like information like introductions of TV and how it is work. And again that 5-star concept like there will be one TV and 1,005 rules.
Lot of creativity. Lot of creativity.
And those are the 4 areas where we have this thing. And the category where it explains slowly about the lack of issues. Like for a job, expectations were like 50-50%, but usually the teaching is like 50 and 20. Like most of the work is done by one person, and that used to be the unhygienic environment. And it's also people expected like $200, but they used to get $400, which be more deep motivation for the employee. And next the experience, more the experience, but only the training period was less for 15 or 20 days, which it's not required to like not enough time to develop the required skills. That has been captured over there. And next, this is that this like 1/3 of workforce the problem with that is like high turnover rate in 1 year. So that is a issue for an organization to work. And the main reason for that high turnover is become like introduce that the PT the low employee effort. Like when you are not motivated to do so much, obviously the employee. And this is a outcomes shortcomings and analysis.
Got some new creativity. Yeah. It's more in the concept.
Yes.
So where are your members?
Sir, we're online, sir.
Call one by one. Who was prepared? Only one guy prepared. One guy prepared, all of you prepared.
All of you prepared. So any questions you can ask.
Acha, who are the guys?
Help here. Sir, we're online, sir. Group 10.
Nikhil, who's next? Shahid. Next. Next. Why you could not come to campus today? All of you?
Sir, it's a week off today. Present I'm in the office only.
Sorry?
Sir, today I don't have a week off, so I have only Sunday week off, and I'm attending through online class.
What about others?
Same, sir.
I'm not feeling sir, have cold and cough, so I cannot come.
So I'm with a customer now, taking them to Mysore, so I couldn't join in person. Sorry for that.
Yes, sir. Even I am also in the office, sir.
I am also not able to join, sir. I am in the office, sir.
Sir, not able to hear you, sir.
Sir, not able to hear you, sir.
I'm talking about second assignment.
Southwest, yes, sir.
Also, there is a war. Second assignment.
Sir, your voice is not audible. Actually, we
I'm
can't hear
saying,
you.
I'm saying your presentation is over. Man. Close it.
No, sir.
Over. Close it.
So can we get a feedback? Is it possible to get a feedback?
Yeah, your slide is very well.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
HR, one is service strategy, that is values, provided our EN value. Next.
Start from beginning. First slide, Albert.
The objective is that the introduction of urban connectivity was a new in a 19th. So that has been to the profitability. And the next is the cost friendly and the willingness to provide. So those are the main objectives. And as a like floating procedures and everything was accessible. So that people are very and highly well motivated employees. So that are the and these are the facts like why customer want to pay. Why is not motivated. And this is the analysis that the backup. And then this is how they train
See this one slide, thanks. Since you call the framework.
This is like a created as
What slide?
The manufacturing is the how they police service and also and employee productivity. How do we are done.
Done? Good. Before next class, think about second.
Professor, could you please come near to mic?
You ask your team, numberless, he will tell you.
I think